Girl, what? It's embarrassing. I look so dumb.
Listen long enough, you can love me.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. I am back with somebody else's hair, and guess what? It's another Q&A. Get ready with me. Clink, 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 clink. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing fantastic because it's springtime, girl. I ain't never felt this good. I haven't felt this good in a long time. If you are a seasonal depression girly, put something down in the comments below so I know I'm not alone, because I feel so good. And I feel even better that I can wear my scalp out, girl. Scalp out spring, scalp out summer. That's what the S is for. The fact that I can wear VPARTs now is crazy. I feel like my hair has come a long way, even though I did chop off a piece. But I still had enough for this VPART. Are we okay? And look how this hair looks. I cannot wait to get into it. But for today's Get Ready With Me, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a Q&A. I'm gonna be answering some questions. We're gonna get real personal, honey. Y'all gonna be in my business. So grab a drink, grab a snack. This hair on my head is absolutely stunning. Why am I drooling? It's when I get to talking about hair. I really need to talk to a therapist about that. Hair makes me drool. But I want to say thank you to Nadula Hair for providing this wig to me and sponsoring this video. These curls are so juicy, girl. It's giving juice bar, okay? Plump pressed juices. Shout out to my sister. They're so plump and amazing. It's clipped right in and no edges out. Plus this wig is light too, girl. It's a lot. It's perfect for spring. So if you want to see how I styled this hair and I got this look, please keep on watching and I'll be back to do the face and to answer some of your questions. Now let's go ahead and open up this wig. This wig is gonna come inside of the Nadula hair box and bag. I love that they added a little bag to it. And inside of that box is gonna be your wig, but also a couple of gifts. Now you can see that this wig is the EasiContour V part wig. It's in the texture Jerry Curly. It's in a chestnut brown ombre. It's 20 inches long and 180% density. When you pop the hood on the wig, you can see it comes with 5 clip-in combs, 3 sliding combs on the side, adjustable strap in the back, a piano key elastic band, and it also comes with an elastic drawstring. This elastic drawstring, babe, they really came through with that. Now, as you can see, my natural hair, she's screaming, okay? She's screaming, and we're about to quiet her down a little bit because we're about to go ahead and get this hair on. So I'm going to start with my base. My base is going to be something really, really simple. I like to do 2 simple braids down the side of my head. Now, how I like to do these braids is I like to do 2 French braids, but I like to follow the braid alongside of the leave out and then go downwards. I don't have a lot of hair, okay? So my braid's gonna lay flat. Anyway, if you got a lot of hair, girl, you gotta figure out how you're gonna do it. You can do a ponytail or you can do a whole bunch of cornrows. But since I got a lot of hair, girl, 2 braids will work. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is style this hair. And one thing I love about this wig is that it comes with that little string at the top that allows you to style the wig on your head the way you would like without, you know, using the clips. So you can style it on the wig head or you can style it on your head without having to worry about how you're gonna keep this thing in place. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is layer it. Y'all know I gotta chop it up because, girl, what are we doing if we don't chop up the wigs? That's what makes the wig look cute. It's a little bit of layering. So I'm gonna do a little bit of layering in the front. You know, sometimes after I'm doing this, I'm like, why am I doing this dry with no direction? It usually ends up working out, but sometimes I got to do a little extra cutting afterwards because it's stringy in between. I don't even know what's going on, but it ends up looking cute. You just got to trust the process. So I'm going to start also by adding a little bit of mousse to the hair because we need to define these curls. Now, my favorite mousse for Jerry curly hair and a little bit more of the looser texture wigs is the Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Frizz Free Curl Mousse. It's more water-based, so it's not gonna add too much product to the hair. So I'm gonna use my pattern shower brush to detangle this hair and get the hair clumped together. Why am I stuttering, girl? Probably because I'm hungry and I'm sleepy. Anyways, we're gonna do the same thing on both sides. And one of my favorite things to do is finger coil a couple of the curls so we get really, really nice, juicy curls. Now, let me tell you right now, do not separate these curls until they're completely dry. Sahara Desert dry, okay? Don't do it while they're, you know, a little bit wet. Now, after all that hair is completely dry, we're gonna pop off the wig And we're gonna start by installing this wig. I'm gonna cut off that little string. You can keep the string on there. You're gonna look a fool, but you can keep the string on there, girl. Probably wear a hat or something, but I like to cut my string off, and then we're just gonna go ahead and open up those clips. I don't use that middle clip. Sometimes I just wanna cut that thing out. I don't like the middle clip. It don't do nothing for me. But these 4 clips at the top, tops. So I'm gonna clip in those 4 clips. One thing about this design is that it's really, really comfortable. So once I clip it in, I don't feel any tension. It doesn't feel like it's hanging. It's super duper comfortable. So I clip those in, and next we're gonna go ahead and do the back. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Don't pull it too tight because it's gonna pull the combs in your head. I like to pull it just enough so the wig's not slipping and sliding and hanging everywhere. And then I tuck in the elastic drawstring, and that's it. So simple, so easy. So the next thing we need to do is work with our leave out. As you can tell, this easy contour design makes it so easy to blend my hair into the wig. So I don't have to do much. I'm gonna add a little bit of some Mousse Def texture foam. And I'm going to, what I would say is finger coil, but I'm using an Estee Lauder brow pencil to coil because you know, it's about the same size as my finger, and it makes it a lot easier to curl. I'm telling you, if you got some sort of tool that's round, just do it like this, girl, and add a blow dryer to it. You get yourself the perfect curls. I still have them in my head right now. Actually, I'm sitting here without this wig on and my leave out. The curls just hanging out at the top of my head. Girl, I look a fool. Anyways, but the curls last. That was the point. The curls last. So I'm going to go ahead and do a second set on the opposite side. You can do multiple curls, but I find it to be easier to do 4 large curls, 2 on each side, and then separate them later, or keep them like that and not even separate them and blend them in. I'll show you how I blend them a little bit later, but this is such an easy way to get the curls in your hair without using actual curlers, because I can't find my perm rods, girl. I lost them in the move. Okay, I moved in December. I should have had rollers by now, but we're not gonna talk about that. So the next thing we're gonna do is separate our curls. One thing I like to do with my curls is I don't separate my curls by separating the ends. I like to stretch out the curls to get the crunch out, and then I tug at the roots and I fluff up the hair from the roots to make the hair look bigger. As you wear the hair is gonna get fluffier and fluffier. So I love that. The next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and blend our hair into the wig by just twisting it into it. I didn't separate my curls, girl. I just twisted it into the hair, and that was it. It was so simple, so easy. And as you can tell at the top, like the back of my head, it's thin. The back of that V part is thin, but the way they make it is so seamless. You can't tell there's a cap there. And I didn't leave any edges out, so perfect. Speaking of edges, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple baby hairs, because baby hairs are an essential part of me wearing a VPART wig. First of all, this baby hair brush was super duper hard. I was scratching my forehead left and right. I know I got micro scars on my head, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my Murray's beeswax edge wax to lay down those baby hairs, and that is it. It looks so pretty, so gorgeous, so realistic. The wig is super duper comfortable. That elastic band in the back is tops, and the easy contour design on this V part makes it so easy to blend your natural hair into the top of this wig. So if you are interested in this wig, I'll go ahead and leave a link for it down below. I'll also leave a coupon code just so you can get some money off, because we're not playing with our coins this summer, okay? So go ahead and get your money off, friend, and let's go ahead and get into this face and this chat. Grab your tea, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started with this Q&A and this makeup. Why am I so nervous? I'm about to hit my luteal phase, and my mood be messed up for like 10 days. Wait, no. Yeah, 10 days before my period. My mood be messed up during my period. And then I have a mood swing, huge mood swing after my period. So I'm only normal for like a week, girl. So let's go ahead and clip this hair back. I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is 2 days later. This is 2 days after installing the wig. So I reinstalled the wig and it still looks so good. The curls, everything, it looks so good. I've been wearing it for the last 2 days. So shout out to Nadula. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the base. I'm gonna be using a new makeup item. I'm deciding that I'm gonna start going back to Walgreens and, you know, buying some makeup from the drugstores, getting drugstore makeup, because I started to fall into this trap where I needed high-end makeup. Girl, I get my makeup from the cosmetic company store. I don't pay full price for makeup, but I need to mix it in with some affordable makeup because foundation is, girl, that stuff is expensive. Meanwhile though, this was $15. I think this was $15. I can't find the receipt, but I think this was $15. We're gonna go in with my Yummy Skin Lift and Flex concealer. I think this is the Danessa Myricks concealer, and I'm just gonna use this as a base just to get rid of some of the discoloration, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and let this concealer dry down, and let's go ahead and get started with the questions. Okay, let's start with Kawaii Cutie Baby. Have you and your husband ever gone back to the restaurant that you both met each other for lunch, dinner, or just for drinks? No. No, we never went back, and we don't have a desire to. Girl, we go on the games down there. Don't want to go back. Also, just a little side note, that restaurant food ain't that good. Their apple pie, I don't know if it's the same. That apple pie used to hit though. Oh my God, I used to tear up that apple pie. I asked him about that too. I was like, huh, we never really went back, did we? He was like, nah. Remember I was fired, girl? I say, oh yeah, you're right. The next question is Sean 27 Full. What are some of your goals that you want to accomplish this year? Ooh, this year, I would like to expand into the beauty space and lifestyle space. Like, as far as content creating, involve some more of the things I love, like decorating, home stuff, just more lifestyle. I want to do more lifestyle. Mental health wise, I would like to be in a better space altogether. I would like to prioritize my mental health. One of my goals is to leave the house more. Like, this is small, but I would like to leave the house more. I would like to spend more time with my girlfriends. I would like to spend more time with my family. I would like to spend more time with myself and doing things outside of the house, like fitness classes and stuff like that. I have grown to be a more anxious person since I started working from home in, I think, 2019. And little things make me anxious now that didn't used to, so I kind of want to get back on that train as well. So that's like a personal goal of mine, but I also would like to have more balance. I want to have more rest in my life. I want to have more family, you know. I just want more balance, because in these past few years the balance has not been there, girl. I've been working a lot. Although content creating is a really, really fun career, it's also a business, and in that business, because my life is content, who I am is content, separating myself from this, especially loving it so much, it's really difficult to create balance, and I would like to create balance going forward. So the hair questions, I can't really be answering like about different brands, so we're gonna end up putting that in a different video. Thick 2013 asked a question. They asked, what is your husband's occupation? My husband and I work together on this business here. Content creation and marketing and all that type of stuff. So editing, background stuff, deals, all that type of stuff, my husband manages. So we work on this together, and thank God. I don't think, it's hard to explain how much work it takes to do all this, especially for somebody like me that has ADHD. So I'm so grateful to be working with my husband, because also in the hair space is a completely different animal. We have been working together since 2022. So 3 years going strong. Why'd I say it like that? Let me go ahead and get into what I'm gonna put on the face. Y'all know I love using concealers as foundation. So I'm gonna use the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 concealer. I used it one time the other day when I wore this wig. So I like concealers that are thick, but they don't crease. And the reason why I don't like foundations is that I end up putting on too much. So I'm just gonna dab my face with the concealer, and then we're just gonna blend it out. Oh, I was supposed to put the bronzer on, dang. But can I put on the bronzer now? No, never mind. Let's just, girl, I did this in the wrong order. Running my mouth, but I'm just gonna blend this out. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Can y'all tell I got a tan? Yeah, I've been standing outside, girl. I've been on the balcony getting some sun, girl. My color back. I've been inside for so long that I really thought like my skin color was wrong. Okay, I ain't that light. I'm a brown skin girl. So when I stayed inside for way too long. Belinda Walker asked, do you ever do a girl trip, or will you? Can we see a pic of your hair when you were younger, and how's your therapy going? Also, if you had to choose, do you prefer curly or straight wigs? Okay, let's start with the first question. Or have I ever done a girl strip, or will you? Yes, I have done a girl strip. This was way back when I was in college with my sister and my best friend. We went down to Miami a couple times, I think. But me and my sister used to do girl strips all the time. But as of late, I haven't done a girl strip in a long time. I would love to do a girl strip. I would love to. I think I just need to get myself organized to plan like a girl strip, but I would love to. I'm a girl strip girly. I know I've heard that some people don't like girl strips, and I'm like, why, girl? Girl strips are fun. I would love to do one at this age. Back when I was younger and I ain't had no money, girl strips are like different. They're just fun. But I would like to go on a girl strip when I drink, because back when I did my girl strips, I didn't drink at all. I didn't start drinking until I was 24. And I don't think I went on a girl strip after that. Oh, no. Actually, I've never been on a girl strip where I actually drank. Would love to do that. I would love to see what that's like. So that can be one of my goals, to do a girl strip in the upcoming year, maybe. If I do have a pic of my hair, I'm gonna put it right here. I think I found a picture just recently. It's probably in my husband's office. I have a pic of my hair. My hair was never thick, but it got really, really long. When I used to go to my hairstylist every single week, her name was Sean, or every 2 weeks, my mom would take me to our hairstylist, and that hairstylist she had growing hands. My hair grew, and she also would put not tape ins, but glue ins. We would do glue in tracks, like every month. So I would switch between roller sets and glue in tracks, and she had my hair growing. I mean, she was amazing. Shout out to Sean. I wonder how she's doing. Sean was great at doing hair. How is therapy going, girl? Well, I haven't been going to therapy. I did hit up a new therapist, but my old therapist, I liked her. I will say that first. I liked her, but she is a online therapist only. So she doesn't do in person, and I need in person. I'm in the house all the time. I don't want to be in the house when I'm talking to my therapist. I don't. I want to be in person. I want to be in your office. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel vulnerable when I can go to your office and spill my guts and leave and reflect. Because when I get home, I'm in work mode. So when I'm in front of a camera, I don't feel like I'm authentically out of my workspace, and I don't feel comfortable. And I think that kind of got in the way of our therapy session. I need to find an in-person therapist. The only thing is really hard to find in-person therapists now, because accessibility. A lot of therapists are choosing to go the route where they're online only, so they can, one, get more clients, and secondly, a lot of people are more comfortable with that. I'm just not one of those people. I did find a therapist. I emailed her. She emailed me back. I left her on red because I have an avoidant personality. Therapy is on hold. I think the last time I went was December. No, it was November, and it's now end of March. So I could be finding excuses to not go to therapy. I usually do about 6 sessions of therapy and I quit. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I be doing. I probably need to address that in therapy. Just Krista asked, oh, I would love to know how you first decided to start becoming a content creator. Were you, or do you get nervous? I want to try it, but my nerves talk me out of it every single time. Girl, let me tell you something. But first, let me get this together. I'm gonna use a little bit more of this concealer, and I'm just gonna use it on the back of my hand and then blend it out. Oh, that's a little bit much. That's a little bit much. Sorry, girl. And then we're just gonna blend in the rest of this face. Girl, it's hard for me to talk and do makeup. Like, what is going on? I need to add a little bit of bronzer to my nose too. It's not really bronzed. How did I decide to become a content creator? So first of all, I've been doing this for 10 years exactly, which is crazy. I've been doing this for 10 years. And when I first decided to become a content creator, I was in school to be a therapist. Ironically enough, I was in school to be a clinical mental health counselor, getting my master's, and my first dream was to do that. I don't know if it was a dream or if I was told, like, I will be good at this. You'll be good at this. So when when people tell you you're gonna be good at this, you just be like, okay, I think I'll do that. I decided to get my master's in clinical mental health counseling. I was doing great in school, baby. I had like a 3.8 GPA while working, and like, girl, I was crushing it. But while I was in class, my professor said, if you're in this business to make money, you're in the wrong business, which I wasn't in the business to make money. I don't like being broke. I like financial security. So I was like, you know what? I don't think this is gonna work for me, because if money is gonna be a strain while I'm supposed to be of service to people, that's not gonna do service to them. So I dropped out. I quit. I dropped out, only had like a year left. I've completed a year, a $26,000 decision, but either way, because that's how much my tuition was, I think, for that year. I think in the midst of that, one day I bought some hair and I was like, I really want to be a hair influencer. I thought about it a long time ago, and I tried to film a video on my sister's laptop and it just didn't work out. I dropped it, I let it go. So 2015, I grabbed my husband's laptop because he had a laptop. I sit down on the floor. I asked him if I could buy some hair, and I just decided one day that I wanted to make my first video. I didn't put so much pressure on myself. I think nowadays, now that content creating is so accessible, you can do it on so many different platforms. People believe that once you make your first video, you're choosing to be a content creator. Just make your first video. Make one, and then make the next one, and then make the next one, and then make the next one. I was nervous. I still have that video on my channel because I think it's important for everyone to see like where you started. But when I made that first video, I was so nervous, but I was like, I really want to do this. And then people liked the first video, and I was like, okay. The first watch made me so excited. So then I made my second one, and then I made my third one, and then I just kept making them until I thought I could actually like do this. I decided that I was going to go full time. I think that was in 2021. So I did it for 6 years before I decided I was going to do it full time. And the reason why I chose I was going to do it full time is that I was working in corporate. At this point, I had a corporate career, but I had a corporate job. I was working for a company for 8 years, and I just was like, you know what? I need to do this full time because I'm making more money doing this than working this full-time job. And they're working me down to the bone, girl. Why am I gonna miss out on this money here when I'm making 3 times as much over here than I'm making here? I made 3 times as much of my salary before I quit. So, and I told myself if I was gonna quit, I had to make 3 times my salary. And I did. So I quit. For me, my first choice, the reason why I went into content creation, one, is because I just wanted to share hair with everybody. I've been a hair girl. I've loved hair since I was a little girl. I've loved doing my own hair. I love getting my hair done. I loved wigs, half wigs. I just loved expressing myself through hair, and I wanted to share that with a community of people. I did think eventually, hopefully I would, something would happen, but you just never really know. The most important thing is to know that this is something that you love to do. And every time I sat in front of that camera, I felt like I was more me than I could ever be, which is like, that's the feeling that you want to have. And because of that, I continued without even reaping rewards. So my choice to become what was the question, girl? ADD? I first decided to become a content creator by deciding that I just wanted to share something. I had something to say. I didn't choose to become a content creator. I chose to make a video. And I think, just my advice to you, is just choose to make one video. One, friend. Then make another one and keep following up. Find a day that you can commit to yourself to say that I'm gonna make another video. I think it's heavy to say I'm gonna be a content creator because content creation is a career. It's a job. And it's not your job yet, which is such a freeing thing. It's a freeing thing to think that content creation isn't your job yet. It's your goal, but it's not your job. So have fun, make one video. I know your nerves are gonna get the best of you because if you haven't done content creation before, no one knows who you are, which is the best thing in the world. You can watch yourself and not even worry about what people think. This is the best time. And then if things pop off, that's amazing. If it doesn't, do it again and keep doing it. Girl, just do it and make one video with the intention of people seeing it and just let it happen. That's it. Hopefully what I said makes sense. Ultra Thoughts YT said, do you use your own money to buy the wigs do you keep the wigs? If yes, how many wigs do you have? And you're so pretty. Thank you, Ultra Thoughts. Let's go ahead and I need to put a concealer on. I think I'm gonna go in with my MAC NC44 concealer. This concealer is a little light, but I need to highlight under these eyes, babes. I'm tired. As far as that concealer, I really do like that concealer from Revlon. I love that concealer. It's so good. Shout out to Revlon for doing their Thug Thizzle, their big one. Do you use your own money to buy the wigs, or do you keep the wigs? Like, this video today is sponsored. It's sponsored by Nadula Hair. They pay me to do the review, and they send me the wig. They send me the wig, and then I do the review, and then I keep the wigs afterwards. And of course, you go to somebodyelseshair.com and you're able to sell the wigs. How many wigs do I have? Hundreds. Now, some wigs I do buy. Like, this video is sponsored, but for the beginning of my doing this content, I bought hair. I still buy hair. I buy clip-ins. I buy all types of hair on my own. So it's a mixture of the two. The past few years, I've kept all of my wigs. I didn't start selling them until early March, the beginning of this month. Girl, I've kept my wigs for this long, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, I wanted to do a wig sale in a certain way. My husband and I had like a vision of what the wig sale would be like. Also, I was being stingy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been wanting to do this career for so long. Like, imagine parting with these wigs. Like, a lot of them, I was thinking like, I'm gonna wear that again. I'm gonna wear that again. I was giving wig hoarder at that point. And I feel like that was mad selfish. It was, but I really this is like my dream to have this many wigs. Like, I feel like a princess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a princess. But, you know, even now, like, once the wigs are washed and I look at them, I'll be like, dang, I don't want to give that one away. Please, I want to keep it. They're tucked away neatly in storage. Princess Pickens asked, okay, Cakes, I love watching your videos. You're a real one. Oh, very sweet. My question is, what kind of camera and light do you use? Oh, easy. I have 3 cameras. This camera that I have right now is a Canon EOS R. I got it back in 2019. I actually need to get a new camera, but this is a Canon EOS R. It's a really nice, it's a good big DSLR camera. I've had it for years. I've never had any issues with it. Love this camera down. The light that I use is a Yum Now light from Amazon. I'm actually gonna buy more lights, and I'm about to switch up my setup. And you didn't ask about the mic, but the mic that I use is a Rode. It's this mic right here. Actually, it's been in the frame the whole time. It's a Rode mic, and I have it on a boom mic stand. So that's all the camera equipment for my sit down videos. For my vlogging, I use a Sony ZV-E10, and I use a Rode mic on top of that camera as well. And for lights, I typically don't use lights, but I do have like a ring light or something like that I use, you know, like a portable ring light that I got from Amazon. And as for my other camera, which is my on-the-go camera, I have a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I like to carry around. And I also have one, girl, I got 5 cameras. The other camera y'all haven't seen yet, but this camera I don't use like really at all unless we go on vacation. And this camera is the GoPro Hero, I think it's 10. I have that for underwater shots or like going to the beach and stuff like that. It's an action camera, so I can carry it around everywhere. I'm a camera girly. If I could buy cameras once a month, I would. I love cameras. I love looking them up. I love researching them. Okay, but the ones I use are the Canon EOS R, the Sony ZV-E10, and also the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I use those multiple times every single week. Jeronica, hey girl, could we get more story times, please? Maybe talk about some of your favorite or craziest memories from undergrad. Oh, girl. Some things are things that I won't say online because it involves other people. I want to do a story time video on certain things, but I'm like, ooh, do I want to talk about that? Undergrad, I will say this. Undergrad, like I told y'all, I did not drink in college. I also worked 3 to 4 jobs in college. So I had a lot of fun with my friends, but to be honest with you, I wish I gave myself more freedom in college. My parents were really, really protective would be the word. So when I got out of the house, a lot of people say that kids wild out. No, I was the opposite. I was focused on getting my money, making money, and not really getting through school, but like I did hang out with my friends, but it was like mostly on campus. I would go to parties, but I didn't drink. So I was always like the girl that was looking out for her friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the girl that was like, because y'all are drunk, you know what I'm saying? I got the head on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? So if you got sick, I got you. Oh, girl, I got you. I'm holding your hair. Where she go? I found. I don't have really crazy story times from college. Dating story time? Oh my God. a mess. But those are the ones that I'd be like, I don't know if I want to talk about that. I was just thinking about like a girls trip, like one story time, which is really like me and some girls that I didn't even really know. There was a girl that I knew in school. She actually had a crush on a guy I was dating at the time, but whatever. I was like, she's cool. I don't care, girl, whatever. But I was trying to always find a way to make some money, girl. I had multiple jobs, whatever. This girl invited me and 2 other girls. Was it 2 other girls? Yeah, me and 2 other girls to go to North Carolina or South Carolina. I'm not even sure where we went. She invited us to go and make a military video, for like a military training video. And they were gonna pay us like, I think it was just $75 or $175. It was not a lot of money. They were gonna pay us money to be in this training video. It was like, I can't even remember what it was about. But I was like, bet, girl, I would do that. Plus, it's like a cute little trip with the girls, so fine. We set up to go, me, this girl, another girl that I actually ended up staying friends with, and there was one more person. I can't even picture her in my mind. I don't even remember what she looked like. But I didn't know these girls like that. So we decide, we hop up in the whip. We hop up in, I think her name, I'm gonna name her Miranda. We hop up in Miranda's car, the girl that invited all of us. We drive 3-4 hours to this military base to make this military video. While we're in the car, I've never been in a car with this girl. I don't know this girl. Like, not like that. I would just see her around campus. We would speak, whatever. But I didn't really know her like that. When I tell you this girl was speeding, she was going 100 miles an hour, texting. I was in the backseat like, she's trying to take us out. I don't know this girl and she's trying to take us out. We were all telling her like, slow down, get off your phone, music on. It was a lot going on. I just wanted to make it there. We make it there, finally start to do the training video, and it had something to do with like being at a bar. I don't really remember what it was, but I know I was in the background fake talking. I don't know if that military training video was out there, but I was in the background like as an extra, whatever. So I'm in the background doing my stuff. We finally get done. And then we leave. I have no idea what happened. Okay, so we're ready to go back home. No, I don't know these girls, but these girls was hot in the pants. We ended up getting invited by 3 random guys to a hotel with a hot tub. I'm stuck in the car with this girl. I don't want to do that. I'm not the girl that's gonna hang out with random guys that I don't know in a different state. So I'm nervous as all get out. I don't know what's going on. I don't drink. I don't know what's happening. But they're like, no, we're gonna hang out with these guys. And everybody's like, yeah, let's go hang out with the boys. Girl, I don't know these boys, but I had nothing. They outvoted me. It was 4 girls. They decided they want to get in the hot tub. We don't have bathing suits. So we go to this random store and go buy bathing suits. I ain't had no money like that. So I ended up buying a bathing suit that I still have today. I buy this bathing suit and then we hop in the whip and we go meet these guys. We're in the hot tub. Somebody's hitting on me, trying to touch me. I was disgusted. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know what we're doing here. I'm terrified. We're hanging out with these guys. It's getting late. Like, I'm over it. They're flirting. And then there's this other girl that I'm with that I actually ended up being friends with. She was like more of a touchy person. Grab your hand and rub it. But she did that to people that she talked to. I don't know why she would do that, but she was rubbing my hand and I'm like, what is going on, girl? Like, I'm not going, like, I don't know what you're trying to get started, but that's not. But she also was doing it to another guy, like being like rubbing. I just didn't know what was happening. We're all in the hot tub. I didn't know what was happening. I wanted to get out of there, but I was trying to be a team player. Mind you, I'm like, I have to be like 19 or 20. I think I'm 20. So finally they're like, okay, so we're done. We're gonna leave. Let's get out of the hot tub. Girl, we get out of the hot tub. They want to go back to their house. Girl, we don't know these, literally we don't know these guys. So we go to their house and I go inside for a second, but I just feel like something's not right. One of the girls, I don't know what she was on, but she went, there was like, we're at their house and they have like this, their house is like at an apartment or townhome, and there's like a backyard field area that it was like a beautiful like field area. She's out there doing meditation and I was looking for her because I was the girl that was not, I didn't do anything. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do none of that. So I'm just trying to keep tabs on where the girls are. Is everybody safe? I go outside. My sister is out there, one with nature. I don't know if she's out. I don't know what's going on. But she's out there like in the grass, rubbing around like this. I was like, what is happening? You know that feeling of like, if you ever been like as a kid, you're dropped off at somebody's house for a sleepover and you're ready to go home and you can't. That's literally what I felt like. And eventually, I mean, they all got tired and we eventually go home. And I think we get home, we got to this military base at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't finally get home till about 8, 9, 10. I don't know. It was late. But that was the end of that. But I ended up being friends with the field girl. The girl that was in the grass. She was different, but I like different people. Whatever. She ended up teaching me how to pole dance. So great. I don't know if she was on anything or she was just having a great time. I didn't know enough. I was a sheltered girl, so I just thought she was like grass. But she probably did love grass. Needless to say, I never hung out with the girl that drove, Michaela. I think, what did I name her? Michaela? I never hung out with her again because she was too risky for me. Too risky. I can't do that. I'm way too cautious and way too alert. Yeah, we never hung out again. I mean, we were always nice, but needless to say, I was terrified the whole entire time. Plus, my hair was not even equipped for a jacuzzi. They did go into a saltwater, so it was a nice saltwater pool. Where were we? At a hotel? Yeah, we were at some sort of hotel. From Vindicated 806 asked, subscriber from Jamaica, have you visited the island and do you have kids? Oh, one. No, I haven't visited Jamaica. I would love to get to Jamaica. I've gone to the Bahamas, but I've never been to Jamaica. I would love to go to Jamaica. What part of Jamaica should I go to? And do I have kids? No. No, I don't, babes. Married with no kids? We ain't got no kids, and I'm not sure. We're still deciding on whether or not we're gonna have any. I am 37 years old. If the time runs out, the time runs out, honey. But I mean, we kind of want kids, but it's just, you know, as I explained before, when I was young, I really didn't have all the fun that I wanted to have. So I'm having it right now. And nothing's gonna get in the way of that, okay? I'm using the Bobbi Brown, what is this powder? Sheer Finish Press Powder. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. Okay, and my smile lines. What shampoo and conditioner do you use for your hair? I have thin hair as well. So I use Pantene Smooth, I think, conditioner. I just keep it simple. I used to be like a hair conditioner junkie, and I think what was most important to me as of late, since I'm wearing my natural hair a little bit more, what's most important to me is that I continuously have a hair routine, and I use like a leave-in conditioner. I really keep it simple now. When I do too much, I'm not gonna care for my hair as much. So I just keep it simple and light. Pantene conditioner and shampoo. Girl, that's it. But my leave-in conditioner, obsessed. This leave-in conditioner, when I tell you, like, my hair still curls. I have been wearing my natural hair out more, and I've been straightening my hair like a couple times a week to, you know, blend with the straight hair that I'm wearing. This leave-in conditioner is the best leave-in conditioner, and this is from a fellow influencer, fellow hair YouTuber, a girl I have been watching for a while, OMBRE Renee. First of all, her hair growth journey, amazing. I use this on my hair after washing it, and before I straighten my hair, I just use a little bit while the hair is wet, and I let the hair dry, then I blow dry and use a heat protectant. But this has been keeping my hair healthy and intact, and this is the Growth RX Ultra Rich Strand Conditioning and Nourishing Formula. But it's a really thick, nourishing formula that protects my hair from drying out. Like, I haven't been using a lot, but I'm gonna use it tonight when I wash my hair. It's from the brand Curl Pharmacy. Curl Pharmacy, check her out. My hair feels so soft and like bouncy afterwards, and it's still like, I don't have any heat damage because I've been using that. After I add that to my hair while it's wet, and I spray this Ceremonia UV Heat Protective Detangler over top, I spray it into my hair, then I blow dry and then flat iron. My leave out is straight, and y'all know I have very, very fine, thin hair, so it's gonna break at the drop of a dime. Shout out to OMBRE Renee. Check out Curl Pharmacy. I'll leave it down below. June MCK said, my internet cousin is looking good. Thank you, friend. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze using the Bobbi Brown bronzer. Naturally Joe asked, how did you and your husband meet? I feel like I've told this story every single Q&A. I'm happy to tell it again. I'm probably not gonna tell it as long. I've been running my mouth. We met in a restaurant. We both worked at a seafood restaurant. We worked at a seafood restaurant at the CNN Center downtown. I had worked there for years. Then he was hired. When he was hired, I was a hostess, and he was hired as a server. He had been hired at the restaurant, and I was going through a breakup. I remember training him, but that day my nerves were bad. As you get hired as a new server, you had to train in every single position. So I trained him at the host stand. He's very, very nice, nice, sweet person, and my mood was bad. I got in an argument with the manager. The one thing I'm gonna do is have a problem with some sort of authority figure every single time. I'm gonna get in a fight with you. I'm gonna argue with you. I don't know why I have a problem with authority. Anyways, it's probably why I ain't got no job. One day I was walking towards the host stand and he was walking away and we locked eyes, and I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. Didn't even remember, like, I remembered that I trained him, but I clicked in. Eyes locked, I looked at him, he looked at me. It was just a moment of passing. And after that I was like, oh, who's this guy? And the manager that worked there was a friend of my husband's. Like, they knew each other before one of the managers. So this is a different manager, not the manager that I got in an argument with, but another one. This manager and him were cool. They worked together before in a different restaurant. That manager kept telling me like, hey, this guy likes you. And I'm like, well, I like him. But I would peep him around the restaurant. I like to watch a guy and see how you act around other women and other people. He was always really kind. He always opened doors. He would offer to walk girls to their car to make sure they were safe because it was in the middle of downtown. I was like, oh, and he's cute and he's nice, please. And I told this manager, I was like, I like him too. So one day the whole restaurant was going out. I never really went out with the restaurant because I ain't even had no money. And me, if I ain't got no money, I'm not going out. But one of my homegirls, or one of the girls at the restaurant, was like, I want to go out, and she had no car. I had my car, my hoopty, the one that was, girl, that had no door, that was crushed in on the side. Yeah, she was like, she needed a ride. She was like, let's go. And I'm like, fine, I'll go. And then I asked him if he was going. He asked me if I was going, and we said, okay, well, we'll both go. We both go out to Pink Pony Strip Club here in Atlanta, period. And just so you know, one of the homegirls, she's done sold me out. She was like, she ain't got no money. She can't buy drinks. I don't know why she told him that, because that's embarrassing. Why you telling this man I was broke? But he bought drinks for us. You know, he was really, really sweet, you know, for doing that. But I did not want anybody buy me drinks. At that time, I was drinking. So I think at this point I was 25. I started drinking at 24. So I was fresh into drinking. I was a driver, so I only had like one drink. That was it. When we leave Pink Pony, he asked me out on a date, leaving, asked for my phone number. And after that, we went on our first date. We were inseparable ever since. So girl, we met at a restaurant, asked me out on a date at the strip club, and we've been together ever since. Yeah. That's the story, girl. Give me a second. I need to go put my food in the oven. So hold on, sister. Hold on. I don't know where I left off. Oh yeah, I think I was answering the next question. Also, I need to put some lotion on my hands. Let's just wash my hands. The next question is from Paratrooper Girl 4064. Shout out to the paratroopers. When and how did you reveal your natural hair to your husband? How did he react? Is hubby supportive with you wearing someone else's hair? I like how you did that. I like long, short wigs and natural styles. It's all fashion to me. Thanks. The hair that I used to wear when we first met, I used to wear wigs, but I wore U-part wigs. So sometimes I would clip in my U-part wigs. Sometimes I would sew them down. Like, it kind of depended on what I felt like doing. And I would make my own U-part wigs and put them on. So when he first saw me, I had like this wavy, long U-part wig, baby. It was kind of like this, except it was like looser waves and it was long. He thought it was my real hair, babes. Okay, and then we started dating. He didn't even know that it wasn't my real hair. I think when he first saw it, we were at his mom's house and I was in the bathroom and I was doing my hair. Shout out to my mother-in-law, Linda. And I was putting my hair up into like a bun, because I used to use like a bun extension as well. And I was putting the bun in and he walked in the bathroom and I had my hair in, and he was like, and I was like, oh my God, get out. He was like, oh, I didn't even know that wasn't your natural hair. It looks so good. Really, that was it. Really didn't even overreact. He just was surprised. He was like, wow, I thought that was your hair. One thing I love about my husband is that he loves me for who I am. When he first saw my natural hair, I was so insecure about it because I always had fine, thin hair. But at this time, I wasn't going to the stylist that much. Girl, my hair was breaking off, okay? So I wasn't really confident about it. When I started wearing lace wigs, any of that stuff, he never made me feel uncomfortable. He never made me feel like, he would just say, oh, I like that hair. Or if it was the type of hair that he was like, that one looks a little weird. You know what I'm saying? But he has never, ever, ever had an opinion that was like, you need to quit wearing wigs, ever. I love that about him. He's so loving and so supportive. Girl, why am I gonna cry? And he not only supports it, but is excited about it with me. Girl, I ain't got time for this. But the makeup stayed, girl, I cried over here. You can't even see it. You can't even see it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the brows. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator brow pen, and this is in the color, what color did I get it in? Girl, what color did I get it in? Oh, there's powder here. I didn't even know that. Ooh, so it's one of those pens that has like powder. It has a pen, it has powder, and it has a brush. But we're gonna go ahead and go in with the brows. Now the next question is a whole bunch of questions. She's giving rapid fire, and we're gonna answer most of them. This is from Healing with Heaven. Shout out to Healing with Heaven. One of the questions is, what is your favorite dessert? She said, you put me on Annie's cinnamon rolls. The people need more suggestions. Ooh, okay, my favorite dessert. First of all, Annie's cinnamon rolls are the best cinnamon rolls ever. I'm telling you, they're fire, they're organic, they're so good. But if you know anything about me and my gut health, I really don't eat a lot of things. Favorite desserts. I am a Southern girl, so I love peach cobbler. You put a peach cobbler in my face, ugh. And the peach cobbler that I like, okay, because I'm a Southern girl, I like peach cobbler with crust. I don't like peach cobbler that's thick with like cake on top. Don't do that. It needs to be crust. It needs to be crispy. And back when we were younger, we used to go to Q Time. I don't know if Q Time still exists. They didn't really have the best peach cobbler because their peaches would be a little bit too like sugary sweet, but their crust, they used to bake the peaches, right, with a little bit of crust on the bottom, and then they'd have separate crust that they have baked up and warm and put it on top, so you got a crispy crust and you got the soft crust. It was perfect. Atlanta got the best peach cobbler. I love peach cobbler. I also love pies. I'm not really a cake girl, I'm a pie girl. I love sweet potato pie. My daddy makes the best sweet potato pie. Sprouts also has a gluten-free sweet potato pie that I love, but my most favorite pie is pecan pie. I love pecans, I love peaches, okay? Love them both, but I love pecan pie. I can eat pecan pie all day. I've been addicted since I was a kid. So those are my favorites. But Sprouts has a really good pecan pie, and they also have a good gluten-free sweet potato pie. I think it's gluten-free, I think. Another wine faves update. Ooh, good question. Wine favorites. I don't drink wine anymore because wine used to give me acid reflux. So, girl, getting older. I don't even, after 35, you think 25 your stomach changed. 35, please. So the stuff that I've been drinking is sake. I love sake. I'm probably gonna put a picture on the screen because I don't feel like getting up. Two types of sake that are like this sparkling sake that is so good. It tastes like champagne, but it doesn't give me acid reflux. It goes down really well. Sometimes I mix it with my other sake. But rice wine, I love rice wine now because it's much easier on the stomach than grape wine, who's a little bit more citrusy. And we spoke to a sommelier when I think we went to Atlas. Girl, I ended up throwing up that night because the wine was so acidic and I was wearing, girl, it's a mess. She said that because the world is warmer, when we spoke to a sommelier, the world is warmer, the wines are a little bit more citrusy now. So you would notice, like, instead of like, they'll have more of a brighter taste because of how the grapes are growing because of, I guess, global warming. Girl, I don't know. I'm not a wine girly at this point. I don't know much about the wines. I haven't been trying new wines. So I'm on the sake kick and I think I'll be on there for a minute. I love sake. Love it, love it, love it down. My go-to snacks. Go-to snacks, girl. So stuff I like to snack on, like my healthier snacks, are pecans and raisins together with a little bit of salt. I don't know. It's so good to me. I love it. I can snack on that all day. I also like these maple pecans that I get and these honey pecans that I get from Amazon. So good. I also like to eat pecans and dates together. That's like a really, really good snack. But another one of my snacks, like back in the day before I had gut issues, a snack that I used to eat all the time was Flamin' Hot Cheetos. That's the type of girl I was until one day I was at work. I was wearing a waist trainer. I ate some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I could not stop. Girl, I could not stop vomiting. Couldn't stop. I had to go home that day. Took out my waist trainer. I was fine. Girl, I thought I was pregnant. I wasn't. I was just sick from eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos with a waist trainer on. Girl, stop. That's when I knew my acid reflux was getting real bad. And at that point, I think I was like 26, 27. So I stopped eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos a long time ago. Also, another chip snack. Oh, I forgot the name of these snacks. I'm gonna give y'all another snack update because I haven't bought snacks in a long time because I've been kind of healing my gut. You would think healing your gut, you would stop drinking. No, please. Give me something. I don't eat gluten, please. I like Hippies chips. And I also like these chips that I get from Whole Foods. They're like, it was like my substitute for Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I cannot remember them. If I can find them, I'll leave them on the screen as well. Those chips are so good. That's if you are not eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos and all these other types of chips. So I have a lot of snacks that I like to eat, but we were just talking about how I used to eat snacks a lot this morning. Like me and my husband were just talking about that. You know, things change. You just gotta change and grow with it. That's all. That's all. Life is good. Current favorite aesthetics or looks. You know what? That's a really hard question because I really don't know what looks I be liking. Every single day I want to look like somebody else. I don't know. I love the model off-duty look. Very simple, easy, a loose fitting jean with a tank, like a white t-shirt and some flip-flops or like some cute little sandals. I just love that look. Very, very simple. Or like a simple dress, like a simple button-down wrap dress. I just love just simple looks, accessorized, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh girl, that's dark. Oh, I have to do it on the other side. Girl, that look a mess. I'm using the powder from this Revlon thing, and so girl, I just went to go eat. Girl, I've been frolicking around this house. So we need to get back to it because I actually have to go to the gym and do a try on haul real quick. So we're gonna quickly go through the rest of these. What are we gonna do to the face? Ooh, I'm gonna go in and do a brown liner. Let's see, a Tattoo Studio ink pen. So I feel like the brown liner elongates my eyes. My eyelids are oily, but I kind of like an oily eyelid. But a brown liner elongates my eyes without making it look like I put on like a real liner. Does that make sense? I'm a brown liner fan, especially when you don't have on lashes. It just makes your eyes look more cat eye, you know? It's so hard to do it over lashes, but I'm gonna do it this time. So I'm gonna skip the story time ones. I'm gonna try and get to the quick ones because baby, I've been talking so long. What is the biggest accomplishment you feel like you achieved in life so far? This right here. This is my biggest accomplishment. This has changed my life. Doing YouTube, doing social media, and doing it at this age. You know, sometimes I really don't think about being 37 and like still doing the little girl things that I love to do as a job. Like doing the young girl things. Even though 37 is not far from it. It still feels like I'm grown, but I'm having so much fun. What do you admire most about your husband, about your relationship? Oh my God. What I admire most about my husband is that he's so imaginative. He has such a huge imagination that, I need to put this on my lips, that allows him to dream and think outside of the box. I love that about him. That's not something I can do. I'm not really a dreamer. I'm not someone that can imagine a different path for my life. I have I'm straight to the point. Like there's an if then, there's if I do this, then this will happen. Versus my husband, who has much more of an imaginative, like he really thinks outside the box, and I love that about him. I also love how honest he is. You talk about a person that is honest and will tell you what he thinks. I love that about him. I also love how caring he is for the people around him. He's caring in a way that is, he'll do anything for you, but he's not like a pushover. But I'm a people pleaser. He's not exactly a people pleaser in that way. And the way he holds himself accountable is one of my favorite things about him. The way he's honest with himself, brutally honest with himself, so that he can make changes for the better. I love that about him as well. And what do I admire most about our relationship? I love that we have a equitable relationship. We do not have a gender role relationship at all. There are certain things, like my husband opens doors, he takes, you know what I'm saying? There are certain things that he does that are chivalrous, but in general, as far as like what we do as a couple, we are two people in love that are working towards the same goal. And that's what I admire most about our relationship. I'm not someone that can fit inside of a box, nor is he. So when it comes to things that we do around the house or things that we do about this business, I just have always wanted the relationship that I have. So I was like, girl, I'm not getting married because no man is gonna have me at home barefoot with kids. I ain't got no kids, and baby, I keep slippers on around this house. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I need to be doing my makeup. Is there anything else I'm gonna do? I did my blush, I guess my lips. I'm gonna go in with my lip liner. It's the Lifter liner. This liner is like way too dark. It's from Maybelline, and I got it in a deep color. It's in Cross the Lime, so it's a little bit too dark, but we'll work with it. I never can pick a lip liner. I don't know what I be picking. It's either too light or too dark. But I think it took a little bit of pushing, especially on my side, to get out of that framework of thinking about that as a woman, I needed to make sure I made myself smaller, to be honest. I said I wasn't gonna talk too long, but y'all know I get really excited. What's my favorite non-physical thing about myself? I think my personality and my empathy. I love that I can empathize with anyone. And I love my drive. I love that when I decide something's going to happen, I'm going to make it happen. And I love how fearless I am at times. I'm scared of a lot of things, but when it comes to getting what I want and standing up for myself, I feel like I've never had a problem with that. Now family, I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I got some issues with that. But as far as like standing up for myself, like with other people, for my dreams at work, I love that about myself as well. You ain't gonna run over me. I cannot be run over, period. What do you value and cherish most in this world? Outside of, you know, the obvious things, my husband, my family, obviously my in-laws, the people that surround us. Aside of that, because I feel like that's the obvious. I cherish freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom to choose my destiny. I think that's so important, like so important. And there was a life-changing moment for me. If you have seen one of my story times, but I made a choice and that changed the trajectory of my whole life. I made a choice not to be attached to a certain person because of a physical condition. And that moment solidified how important it was for me to choose my life trajectory for myself, not based on who I'm with, not my family, no one else around me. What I want for my life is what I choose. And that's where freedom was like, it really like clicked for me. I need to be free, do what I want to do. I need freedom. If you could be this age, but in a different era, what era would it be? It would be the 90s. Anytime before that, like the 80s, no, maybe the 70s, but the 90s, because the music, the vibes, the hair. But if I was a teenager in the 90s, like a grown up in the 90s, like watching my mom in the 90s be in her 20s, because I think she was like late 20s in the 90s, bad, braids down to the back, high waist jeans, all black all the time, nails done, dark lips, like just eating it. The girls in the 90s were, oof, just chef's kiss. Everything about it. The Janet Jacksons, the Toni Braxtons, the, you know, Deborah Coxes, the girls, all the girls. And just the ladies that was down around the corner, the women I would see, bald-headed girls, the ladies on campus, because we used to, my mom went to Clark Atlanta University, so she would take us to Clark Atlanta University. The professors, all the women, the 90s were just eating. I would have to do a story time about my most embarrassing experience, but I've had a couple. One of them I'm not gonna say because I'm so embarrassed by it, it's even hard to say it out loud. When I was in college, hung out with a group of friends. These are my college friends. We went on trips. Then we went on one trip together, but we hung out every single day. For a long time, I was dating this person and this person was cheating on me with somebody from the group. Everybody knew about it except for me. Everybody knew about it. Everybody. And when I found out, and I found out everyone knew about it, it was embarrassing. Obviously, at this point, I don't have any feelings about it. I was young. I think I was 19 years old. Not a big deal, but embarrassing. Girl, what? It's embarrassing. I look so dumb. Because it was obvious too. Like, I'm looking back, girl, it was so obvious. And I just was like, oh girl, well, you know, whatever. I was green, child, green. I don't even want to go into the whole story because there's like other people involved that I'm like fine with now. Like bringing stuff like that up just feels weird to me because who thinks about that now? Like nobody. She did mention that she would like me to do, maybe it could be a video, a real review of being a content creator and your thoughts on it as a whole. Time, pay, career, and burnout. Oh my God, I can go on and on and on and on about this. Although it's a privileged career, because a lot of people, I mean, if you're a mom or a parent, you could stay home, you could be with your kids, this is a really highly privileged career. So there's not complaining about it. There's no point to like complain. I mean, you can complain, but you know, you got to know who you're talking to complain, because some people are going to actual work, not seeing their kids. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain parts of it that you have to be aware of before you get into it. And burnout is one of them. You know, like there's certain things that you have to learn about this career. So I do want to talk about it. Yeah, girl, but I think that's everything. Did I go through all of it? Yeah, I think I went through everything. That was actually pretty easy. I love Q&As. You know what I would like to do? Y'all tell me if y'all want me to do this. Maybe after I tell a couple story times. Let me get a couple story times under my belt. But I mean, there are some story times that I just would never say out loud because they're so embarrassing. And like, they made me look stupid. College to me was fun, but traumatizing. College is supposed to be traumatizing for everybody, right? It was. Okay. I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer because I think I need my lips to be a tad bit lighter. We're gonna add on a little bit of lip gloss and then we are done. Oh. Y'all, this hair looks mad real. Like, this is actually crazy. Okay, y'all, this is a finished look. I will say that I do like this 5-in-1 24-hour concealer from Revlon. I think that it will be a good concealer, but I love it as for all over the face because it doesn't settle into my lines as much. And that has been my issue, my smile lines, girl. I love the Revlon brow pencil. And I love the Maybelline Tattoo Studio ink pen. The Maybelline lifter liner, I mean, it's good. I just got too dark of a color, but I mean, it's fine. It's just a lip liner. I'll continue to use this all over the face just as a light blend, but it doesn't feel heavy either. Even though it's really thick, it doesn't feel heavy. So I love this formula. Shout out to Revlon Color Stay. Revlon Color Stay has always been that girl. I didn't use any highlighter. Real quick, let's toss some highlighter on. That's why I was looking weird. I said, why you look flat, child? I'm already oily though. I really don't need it. Got some oily skin. Y'all went to the dermatologist to get this dermatitis together. So I'll let y'all know. If you watch the vlog, you'll see how that went. That is everything. Hopefully I answered all of your questions and you enjoyed this get ready with me. Also this hair, like literally the way it's blending into my hair, you can't tell me this isn't my hair. It's really giving, this is your hair, sweetie. The way my baby hairs have been, baby hair girl, shout out to them. They've been doing their thing. Thank you again to Nadula Hair for providing this wig to me and sponsoring this video. I love this hair. This is day 3 of wearing this hair and I love it. Day 3? Yeah, day 3. And these are the curls after day 3. I didn't sleep in it, but I took it off, popped it back on. That's it. But I love this hair. Love these curls. Chef's kiss. Anyways, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.